YouTube. Spencer here with the Counseling Guild. Thank you for tuning in. Today's video, I wanted to talk about the 4 dimensions found in existential thinking. I think this way of conceptualizing our existence can be helpful in figuring out what is connected, how things are influencing each other, and acknowledging the different layers of our reality. So in the realm of existential thinking, the focus is not on categorizing individuals, but rather on understanding the universal experiences that transcend cultural boundaries. This perspective is articulated through the examination of 4 fundamental dimensions of human existence: the physical, the social, the psychological, and the spiritual. Each of these dimensions represent a unique way in which individuals engage with the world and shape their reality. Starting with the physical dimension, our interaction with the environment encapsulates everything from our relationship with our own bodies to our responses to natural phenomena. For instance, an athlete may strive for dominance over their physical limitations through rigorous training, which symbolizes a pursuit of excellence and control. Conversely, an elderly person might come to terms with their natural decline of physical abilities, which illustrates a level of acceptance of life's inherent limitations. In the social dimension, our existence is influenced by our interactions with others and the societal structures around us. The contrast between acceptance and rejection plays out vividly. Take, for example, a young professional navigating corporate culture, striving for recognition, grappling with workplace politics, compared to a retiree who has stepped back from their professional demands and maybe they're seeking a deeper, more authentic way of connecting with others. This highlights the range of social demands ranging from a public-oriented existence toward a more personal and meaningful sense of connection. Next, we have the psychological dimension, which focuses on self-relation and personal identity. This can be seen in the journey from adolescence to adulthood, where one struggles with self-doubt and identity formation, learning how to fit in, often oscillating between confidence and uncertainty. Very classic, typical existential issue. Oftentimes, it's the narrative a person has about either overcoming or not overcoming their personal trials is what establishes their sense of personal identity. That brings us to our spiritual dimension. This is concerned with our relationship with the unknown and our quest for meaning. This dimension can be epitomized by the philosophical seeker archetype, who explores various doctrines and ideologies and belief systems in order to forge a personal worldview that provides not only comfort but also clarity against the chaos and existential angst laden in our world. Additionally, the spiritual dimension is concerned with the crisis of meaning and challenging our previously held beliefs and possibly embracing new understandings that reconcile our past experiences with a future purpose. Absurdity versus meaning is often a common existential theme in this dimension. So these 4 dimensions are deeply interconnected. They are influencing and being influenced by one another in a dynamic sort of way, and this shapes our individual experiences. For example, a major drop in our physical health, which is the physical dimension, may lead to social isolation, which is in our social dimension. It could also affect our self-perception and emotional health, which is our psychological dimension, and it can also prompt profound existential questions about purpose and mortality of life in general, and that's our spiritual dimension. In the same vein, a spiritual crisis could alter one's psychological state, which then influences their social interactions and even manifest in physical symptoms. And so recognizing these interconnections allows us to approach our existence more holistically and in a way that acknowledges the complexities that we're all experiencing. I think this is the most helpful part of this model, these 4 dimensions, is being able to look at different parts of the web and get a better understanding of maybe why we are the way we are, or maybe why certain things trip our trigger or certain things get us out of bed in the morning. We can sort of figure out how these pieces all lock together. And so understanding these dimensions can be incredibly valuable, I think, in counseling and also in personal development. For instance, recognizing that a client is struggling primarily with the psychological dimension, perhaps wrestling with identity or self-worth or self-esteem, that could inform a clinician to do more targeted interventions that foster self-acceptance and personal growth. Additionally, someone experiencing spiritual turmoil may benefit from deeper explorations and reflections that help them reconstruct a sense of meaning and purpose in their life. I think this model is not only intuitive, but it also is rich and nuanced and allows for reflection on different levels of our being. And I think that's useful. Oftentimes I think we get pigeonholed into kind of only considering maybe our psyche, or only getting locked in to worried about our bodily symptoms, or maybe we don't necessarily realize how our social, emotional dimension is impacted by our spiritual, our morale, our values. So that's the 4 dimensions, and that is a model that is common among the existential school of thought. And so if you liked the video, please give it a like, thumbs up, subscribe, drop a comment. I'd love to hear what you think. Do you agree with this model? Is there more to add? Is there something that you would change to it? I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Thank you, and I'll see you next video.